But good! It is time for our second performer, and he is a physicist. Oh yes, he's even a real physicist. For a change. Yeah, he finished his degree and he even continued in research, yes. So I didn't finish, I'm a bachelor, but I'm not a master, and still I'm on television area. So I'm a walking publication bias, that's what I am. So your applause for the real physicist of tonight, Stephen Lowette!
Good evening. Hello, I'm Stephen, the real physicist. I come here to talk about my job, and that's what I love. I love talking about my job, but usually I have a bit smaller audience. My daughter of 2 years old, she's getting to an age where she doesn't like it anymore. But it's great to have such an audience. You actually paid for it. Okay. So what do I do for a living? Well, I search for dark matter. Apparently, Lieven already gave it away. It means something mystic. No, it's not true. I must totally disagree with him. Dark really is fantastic. We have dark chocolate, we have dark beer, we have the dark sides. The good things in life, dark they are. So dark is good. Matter is good too. It's substance. It's tangible. You can touch it almost. But, okay. So we have dark matter. It's a good thing. The only problem is that we still actually don't know much about it. So 80 years ago already, a Swiss guy called Fritz. Swiss, they like keeping things tidy and neat. And he had a calculation that didn't really make sense. And so we have to make it tidy. So he put in dark matter, and it worked again. Unfortunately, after 8 years, we still haven't found what it is. That's not so much of a problem. We have a lot of circumstantial evidence of what it can be, but it all comes through gravitation. And gravitation, that's apple trees keeps the beer in the glasses. It's not enough to say now we really understand dark matter. We need to know much more. So that's what I try to search for. Now, you could say 80 years, ooh, that's long, you better give up. Well, we just had a recent example where after 50 years we found what was predicted. It was the Higgs Boson. 3 years ago, it was finally, after decades of circumstantial evidence, we finally saw his tail and we got him. So we're on a winning streak here. We have the Higgs Boson down. In December, people go to Stockholm for neutrino masses, whatever they are. And now we're going to find dark matter. At this point in the show, which I never did, but at this point there's always someone in the room who will say, hey, dark matter doesn't exist. This is all just a scam. It's physicists that want to keep their budgets safe and try to get more money to do their research, which is just wasting taxpayer money. And that's of course not original at all. Actually, on the level of conspiracy theories, you gotta do better. So I went to last November, winter was coming. I went to actually I'm in season 2 and winter still hasn't come. So last November I went to Liège, the beautiful town of Liège. We were going there for a workshop, and it was not at the riverbanks of the Meuse. No, it was high up in uptown, in Sartillement. And there we had a beautiful workshop on dark matter. So I thought, first talk, an alternative cosmological model, you don't need dark matter. Second talk, an alternative theory of gravity, you don't need dark matter. The whole day was about how you don't need dark matter. That was too bad, I had my talk ready on dark matter. Yeah, so it's 80 years further. We're still not there. The internet has come by now, but so we have actually 3 ways we try to search for dark matter nowadays. 3 kind of general strategies. All 3 of these have their disadvantages. The one I'm on has a disadvantage that when we find it, we won't know that we have found it. It's the kind where we try to create it in the lab. So there's yeah. So I'm on this CERN particle smasher, super duper particle smasher, where we collide 1 billion times protons per second in our experiments, and we look at what comes out. And if it doesn't fit, we try to identify what it is. And in terms of when it's dark matter, we won't know. So it's actually a very neat thing to work on. You almost think that you're doing something really important. The only problem is you're sitting there. It's not like you're flapping through the, sifting through the collisions and like, oh, this is dark matter, this isn't. No, actually, it doesn't work like that. You have to also contribute a lot of your time to the common good. We are at CERN, we're all socialists. It's not true, but we're all socialists. We try we have to work for the common good, otherwise our detector won't operate. So one of the things we do is we sit in our control room. So you're sitting there at the knobs of your little machine that has costed 600 million Swiss francs. That's about the same in euros. And you're in power. You're young. You're powerful. You just have this machine under your fingertips. It feels really great. That's easy. It's not like it's rocket science. So there's also a difficult part, and the difficult part is when it comes to dealing with people. And we have so many people there. It gets really tricky. And to give you one example, there was at a certain point I was sitting there, 6 a.m. in the morning, cruising. And all of a sudden, alarms everywhere. And it turned out there was a elevator maintenance, but nobody told me, which is unfortunate when you're actually supposed to be in charge of everything. Another time, we had a student of our institute, poor guy. He was, again, he was in charge, and he gets a phone call from one of the experts. He says, oh, we gotta stop data taking, urgently. Turned out later he was calling the wrong control room. By that time, damage had been done. But the best story I've ever had in the control room was I was there herding my flock of shifters, you know, the ones that do the less important tasks, and the super duper particle smasher took some time off to do some tests on it. So I said, oh, that's great. We also have some tests queued up. Maybe I give them a call and ask them how much time they would have. So they said, we maybe do our tests. And give them a call and put in the Babel fish in my ear, because at a certain control room, a lot of the people there speak French. So I say, hello, how long are you planning to continue playing with the beams? And he's like, excuse me, sir, but first of all, we don't play with the beams. I was like, oh yeah. So that's how we try to find our dark matter on the experimental side. We try to smash all these particles together. Unfortunately, yeah, as I said, we have to invest a lot of time in the common good, and that makes it a bit like tax freedom day. So until April 20, you work for the common good, and then you can start searching for your dark matter. The only problem with that is that in July there's this summer conference coming. We still have to finalize that result that we have since 2 years in the drawer, but we never finalized it. We put so much effort. We better finish it, and you spend all your springtime in that, and then July comes this conference, and then it's August, and in August, holidays. Everybody switches off. You get all these emails with beach pictures and then September, oh no, it's new academic year. New academic year is going to be chaotic. All these new kids around every year, they get younger. And then November, December, teaching. So that only leaves you, honestly, it only leaves you October to search for dark matter. And what else can you do in October? Well, you can always go and explain in Bright Club how you didn't find it. Thank you very much.